Prominent minister in the Chicago area says there's more to black history than what's being taught in many government schools in Illinois.
One of the misconceptions that Illinoisans as well as U.S. citizens have concerning the African American community is that the whole legacy of our existence here in the country has been that of slavery and then into some sort of survival mode from that point on.
Bishop Lance Davis is the pastor of the New Zion Covenant Church in Dalton. He tells IllinoisFamily.org News some important facts are frequently left out when schools teach black history.
What I see that's not being taught in the school system is the fact that you had many African American communities that were very affluent with their own banks, with their own stores, you name it. But unfortunately, now it is a constant barrage of messages that African Americans, for the most part, bring little to the table. It's always a constantly struggling community, and I think that we need to talk about the positive aspects of the past of the African American community as well. We've always talked about George Washington Carver, and when we talk about Martin Luther King Jr., we talk about these individuals and we talk about their accomplishments, but we don't talk about the fact that they were agitators and the majority of them were conservative.
Bishop Davis contends that big government over the last few decades has helped to cloud black history.
We find that with all of this government involvement, that the African American isn't faring well at all. They're not doing better, they're doing worse. The more government is there to help, we find that also our families are falling apart.
But galvanized by their opposition to same-sex marriage and their support for biblical marriage, the African American Clergy Coalition, which Bishop Davis co-chairs, is working to put some sunshine on the present and future of all Illinoisans.
I see not only a coming together of African American pastors, but also pastors and religious leaders of every walk of life. I would not have met the leadership of Dave Smith at Illinois Family Institute and others had it not been for this fight. So under these circumstances, I wouldn't like to have to create such a coalition, but I think that the best thing that has come out of this is the fact that we are all crossing race and ethnic lines in order to come together and fight for morality and the Word of God.
So you're making some new history.
Absolutely, new history on top of new history.
And Bishop Davis maintains that making for a bright tomorrow in Illinois will require voters to know the candidates they elect to represent them. And he says that's why the Illinois Family Institute Voter Guide is a valuable tool.
It gives the report card of individuals who are coming in or who want to stay in. So people need to read up on the persons who want to represent them in Springfield as well as Washington, D.C.
IFI voter guides are being mailed before early voting in the March primary. For more information, call 708-781-9328. For IllinoisFamily.org News, I'm Monty Larrick.
This has been brought to you by the Illinois Family Institute, promoting marriage, family, life, and liberty in the land of Lincoln. For more information, go to IllinoisFamily.org.